Hello everyone, welcome to Nameables. Did you know that the word algebra comes from the Arabic word jab and was first used to describe the surgical procedure of setting broken bones? And whoever has had to sit through a grueling class of algebra might know that algebra might just be as painful as a broken bone. But jokes aside, algebra and the mathematic term algorithm, which comes from the same roots as algebra, are actually derived from the name of the inventor of algebra, Muhammad al-Khwarizmi, or Algorithmi in its Latinized version. Muhammad was a Persian mathematician, astronomer, a geographer, and historian. He was born in 8th century in Khwarizm, in now modern-day Uzbekistan. It is said that his forebears and him, in his youth, were Zoroastrian, but he converted into Islam. He moved to Baghdad and worked as a scholar at the House of Wisdom, which was established by the caliphs. During this time, he accomplished most of his scholarly work. Al-Khwarizmi produced the first map of the world and wrote a book titled Extraction of the Jewish Era on Hebrew calendar. But his main contribution to the sciences was made through mathematics. Muhammad's work was greatly influenced by his travel to India, where he learned Indian mathematics. And later, managed to combine it with Greek mathematics. He then wrote the very first book that was ever written in algebra. In fact, when we take a look at this book, it has only a very slight resemblance to algebra as we learn it in school today. While he did introduce and explain both linear and quadratic algebraic equations thoroughly in his book, he did not use any algebraic notations that we are familiar with now, and instead did all of his mathematical explanations in text form. So instead of this equation, he wrote a square and 10 roots are equal to 39 units, which seems bizarre to us today, but was extremely developed at the time. X in mathematics was invented by him. He used the Arabic word shaib, meaning thing, which was transcribed as khay in Spanish and was later used as merely X. His main aim was to make algebra a tool for calculating very practical things. He himself writes that the main purpose for his book is to mathematically aid people trying to calculate difficult inheritance rights according to the Islamic law. His impact on knowledge has been so great that today a moon crater has been named in honor of him. So, when you're looking at the moon, in one sense, you're looking at the life of a man who crossed the borders of science 13 centuries ago. Till next time, take care.